Good morning, everybody.
Dun, 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 dun.
You get a bop going to that song, it's hard to stop and do the actual show. Hey, welcome to another week, another day, and another week of the Disney Morning Show here at Laughing Place. I'm Doobie, co-founder over here at Laughing Place. Guy over there is the managing editor, Kyle Burbank.
Hello.
Happy Stitch Day, Kyle.
To you as well.
To you as well. It's June 26th, aka 626, Stitch's experiment number. How many of these?
And the
fake
latest
dates?
Disney holiday for them to exploit.
Just wait until March 13th when they start celebrating halfway to Stitch Day. And then we know the shark has been completely jumped. Hello.
And I will say that I like this one better than was it September 5th is Lightning McQueen Day? 95.
Oh, what a stretch. What a stretch. But yeah, they don't celebrate May 3rd. Is that right? Ocho Cinco? 53. Not Ocho Cinco. 53 for Herbie. They should celebrate that as well.
Why don't they celebrate Bengals great Chad Ochocinco more?
I corrected myself, Kyle. I did know about Mario Day. I can't remember why, though. Do you remember why?
Because Mar, and then the I and the O, one O.
Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was something clever like that. I'll use a polite word. Let's see. So, hello, Mama, and hello, Gio, and hello to whoever else is out there. Please give us a word in the chat so we know you're there. Before we even get to the stock, we have... Gio, it's not quite a poster, but in a way, it's kind of a poster. If you were to go to, at least as of a few seconds ago, I suspect it's still the case, to the Disney World or the Disneyland app right now, the first thing you see, pardon the inconvenience, My Disney Experience attraction wait times may be inaccurate or not available at this time. Please visit attraction entrances in park for updated wait times. We apologize for the inconvenience. So, Stitch.
So what you're saying is somebody ate the page.
Somebody ate the page. Stitch is making himself known on his day. Hello, Rich. Happy Stitch Day to you. Hello, Jamie K. Happy Stitch Day to you. The greatest of all made-up holidays. It is Stitch Day. All right, let's get started the way we do most days. Kyle Burbank. When we did this on Friday, it was in the $88 range. What do you foresee for today for Disney's languishing stock price?
I really want it to be up, so I'm gonna say up.
Yeah. If wishes and nuts were... No, that's not how that
I feel like it was
But
87
anyway.
last time, but maybe.
Do you really? Okay, you're probably right. So it's up. Way to go, Kyle. Congratulations. It's a new week for Ethan. I wonder what's on his mind.
Let's find out together.
Hello there everyone and welcome to the Monday edition of the Laughing Place Disney Weather Update. I trust you all had a stellar weekend and are ready for the song of the day. You run, run, run away. It's your heart that you betray, feeding on your hungry eyes. I bet you're not so civilized. Well, isn't love primitive? A wild gift that you want to give. Break out of captivity and follow me, stereo jungle child. Love is the kill, your heart's still wild. Shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang bang, I am the warrior. Well, I am the warrior. And heart to heart you'll win if you survive. The warrior, the warrior. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim is just learning that it's summer and is warming up slowly. Today, it will be sunny and make it up to 77. Okay, so not quite full on summer, but it's a start. Walt Disney World will be partly cloudy and, if all goes well, should stay dry today. They'll hit a high of 94, but relatively low humidity will keep the real feel under triple digits. Castaway Cay, or at least the Bahamas, is currently experiencing heavy thunderstorms, but those should be clearing soon. This will leave mostly cloudy skies and highs in the upper 80s that will feel like the upper 90s. Disneyland Paris is sunny and 75 right now, but will fall into the 60s as the sun finally goes down. Tokyo has a dense fog advisory for tomorrow morning and will be cloudy all day. Temps will still make it up to the mid-80s during the day. Shanghai is expecting scattered thunderstorms from the early morning through the lunch hour tomorrow, followed by a mostly cloudy day with a high of 84 that will feel 10 degrees warmer. Meanwhile, Hong Kong will have a similar start to the day tomorrow, with storms likely to end around 10 a.m. They too will stay shy of 90 on paper, but the heat index will be closer to 100. That concludes today's Disney weather report. What will tomorrow hold? Tune in to find out. Bye for now.
Thank you. Was that one song at the beginning?
Yeah, that was just the Warrior by Scandal featuring Patty Smyth.
Okay. That is the official name, right?
It's one of those. We were talking about the Wham with Careless Whisper. Is it George Michael? Is it Wham? I've always known of it as Scandal, but sometimes on streaming services it says like featuring Patty Smyth. I'm like, yeah,
I feel like
how that works.
I feel like I remember when that song was playing, like on the MTV, and you'd see Scandal featuring Patty Smyth instead of just Scandal. Whereas Careless Whisper's just changed. It's like one day it's Wham, the next day it's George Michael.
Then Wham, next day it's George Michael.
Dang it. Take two. It's like one day it's Wham, and then Wham, the next day it's George Michael. Much better. There's a Wham documentary coming out that looks quite interesting. Yeah, that's my era. Very first concert ever, Wham. Everyone knows that.
That's like I always think of Wham when we talk about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because it's so stupid to be like, do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? It's like, you know Andrew Ridgely, but do you recall the more famous guy?
At least based on the preview of this, what I'm really hoping to get out of this documentary is the role of Andrew Ridgely, because it seems, the trailer I saw for it really seems to point out that he did have a key role in Wham. It may not have been music, but sometimes that's not the thing. And in Depeche Mode, Fletch, his specialty wasn't music, but he was kind of the glue that kept the band together. They're still together. He's no longer with us, but you know what I'm trying to say. Not sure what verb to use in that case. All right. Anyway, let's get back to Stitch Day. It's fun to see all the company getting into Stitch Day here. Here we've got some tweets from Disney Parks changed their name today to Stitch 626. Very nice of them. You see that up there. Still at Disney Parks, showing off some Stitch merchandise. Also showing off this, which Kyle just loves that they use this.
Yeah, I get this way too often. Just for things that should not be a problem. Like, oh, I have to open this in incognito because I visit your site too often, and now there's cookies that are causing your crappy IT to turn on me. Yeah, go ahead, hit the seagull. It's fine.
I was looking for it.
I'm not the one doing this. It's their fault.
I'm going to let that one go because that is more than valid. At Disneyland Resort, also showing off some Stitch merchandise. And ironically enough, Shop Disney, just a gift, no merchandise. So I love, though, everyone's getting into Stitch Day next year. We will be celebrating halfway to Stitch Day here, if not elsewhere.
Stitch Day is the only time when the different departments of the company talk to each other.
And then we put up an article on Friday as kind of a Stitch Day celebration. Happened to be written by my wife. She went out in the field and got some cool pictures of this new Loungefly backpack. I'm sorry, box lunch backpack. My bad. Why don't you talk about it? It is. Our Universe, is that an offshoot of Her Universe?
Yeah. So okay. For like unisex and for male clothing and other items, obviously. Yeah, so Her Universe, Our Universe, which is now owned by the parent company of Box Lunch and Hot Topic, whatever that is. But yeah, she did this review. It's got this cute little pineapple heart on the back, and she goes through all the details of the backpack throughout her review. Shows it looks like a lot of fun. I like the details of it. It's like the little palm tree zipper pull.
And of course, the inside. You got to get a picture of the inside. People care about that a lot.
Yeah, that's
and there's a link to the 4 views already in the chat by Rebecca. Thank you for putting that in there. And she also got some mugs. Showed off some Stitch mugs. Lilo and Stitch mugs. Technically not Stitch right there. That's Lilo.
But Stitch is on
yeah. So these are also from Box Lunch. There's the Lilo. There's the Stitch. And we will finally show what's this guy's name? Do you remember?
Scrump, I think.
Scrump sounds right to me. And also one of Kyle's favorites there.
Angel.
Yeah, Kyle loves his Stitch family. So again, the link for all that's in the chat. Kyle, is it advantageous if they buy those through our link?
They should always be in the habit of shopping through Laughing Place if you like something. That way, if we get a commission, great, and if we don't, it doesn't affect you at all. And but then you never know when we will.
Exactly.
Take a chance.
And good news, those links do work. All right. Over at Hong Kong Disneyland, we got some early morning news. Kyle, you've been there.
I have been there. So we got a couple more details on their overhaul. I don't know if overhaul is the right word, but they're updating the Hollywood Hotel. And this is, I think we might have seen this concept art before, but they're giving us some more details about this location, ink and plate, that will be replacing one of the other things. So yeah, here's some of the food and beverage options that you can expect there. I barely remember this hotel, so we stayed there, but it was for one night, and it was after we flew from Kansas City to Atlanta to Seattle to Shanghai to Hong Kong. So understandably, don't recall a whole lot. I remember getting an expensive pizza in the like little lounge thing there, but I also confused it with the Ambassador Hotel in Tokyo because they have very similar theming. So yeah, that's why it's hard for me to like remember where this is.
It reminds me of Cabana Bay at Universal Studios, Florida. Just that kind of, at least to me, a little bit of a 50s.
This reminds me of a 90s Disney store.
Huh. It also reminds Gio of a 90s Disney store. So,
oh,
you
I
and
didn't see
Gio,
that when I said that.
kind of creepy. You might want to reconsider your.
I was gonna say a pink
sorry.
and green Disney store, but there's no pink and green in it, so.
I have an important correction to make. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That was one mug, 4 different sides.
Oh, I thought you knew that. Sorry.
I did not. I'm sorry. My bad. That's why they need to send you 4 so you can get a picture of all 4 together, and then that's how they.
Well, I said it was around the corner, so I thought you saw it. The stitch was just around from the lead.
When I used to photograph merchandise, I'd always, stack them up side by side so you can get all the. But I realize that's not the case when you actually own the item. It's a little harder to do that. Let's see. There was something else I wanted to say about this. Oh, this opens on July 14th. So that is just 18 days away. I can see our CEO down there. CEO, can you hear me? Are we sending someone from LP to cover that opening in Hong Kong?
Well, someone will be there relatively soon after it opens, I think. So maybe we'll check it out then. But they would have to get over to that hotel where they're not staying. I don't think so. Probably not.
Probably not. So at this point, it is unknown if LP will be covering that. But just the fact that it's not an outright no just shows the breadth of the coverage we have here. All right, Rogers the Musical, premium viewing, details. Kyle, do you know those details?
I know that it is apparently a lot cheaper than Jeremiah was expecting. I believe it is I want to say $26. Am I right?
You are not right, but you are so close.
$26.95.
Rogers the Musical, premium viewing is going to be $29.
Okay, but that's not just your entrance. This includes. Can you tell me all the things it includes besides?
I will tell you. First of all, you get first access to the theater, not seats selected for you. Because what if you don't want the seats they have reserved for you? No, you get in first, and you can go sit where you want. You get reserved seating in an exclusive lounge area in front of stage 12, where you can relax before entering theater and just look at all those people lining up, knowing that your space is wherever you want it to be without having to wait in the hot sun. You get a souvenir popcorn bucket with red, white, and blue kettle corn, and your choice of Coca-Cola bottled beverage available upon arrival and before performance time. You get priority access to a photo opportunity with your photo taken by a Disney PhotoPass photographer. It is only $29. You can get it from Studio Catering Company in Hollywoodland from park opening until it's sold out for the day or 90 minutes before the show. And you also get a souvenir lanyard at the time of purchase. So this is a pretty good deal, and I am also surprised it is only $29.
I mean, like when you add up what you're getting as far as like the physical stuff, the popcorn, I guess I don't know how much that would be. Like, let's just say $7, and then
with a bucket. With the bucket.
Well, that's a regular bucket. But yeah, that's true. You're right. So
what do you
15.
think? You ain't getting a bucket for $7, Kyle.
You're right. 7. So 15. I'm gonna say $15 for the bucket and popcorn. And then you get it sounds like you get a couple of Cokes because you get one. Because there was like an and there, so I don't know.
It says upon arrival and available. It says available upon arrival and before performance time. So
I don't know if you get one or you can
a choice.
then you're gonna have to run. Well, it's only a half-hour show, so hopefully you can make it through.
So the actual putting that stuff aside, the actual cost you're paying for in the lanyard, if you want that stuff, it's maybe $10 or so, maybe even less for priority seating. So I don't know if Disney's accountant was out this day or something, but I am shocked that this is only $29. As was Jeremiah Good. When I saw him post that, I'm like, does that mean it's much higher or much lower? Thankfully, much lower.
Just to get your real thoughts, so you guys are gonna do Park Stock today?
Yeah.
So we'll find out more.
Yeah.
Tease for that show later at 4 Pacific, right? 3?
It is at 4 Pacific, yes.
Okay.
Okay, good to know. Let's specify that. So we did know that the show only ran Tuesday through Saturday. It is dark on Sundays and Mondays. It's also going to be dark on July 13th through 15th. I'm just curious now. July 13th through 15th is Thursday through Saturday. So it's going to run a Tuesday, Wednesday, and then be dark and come back up on Monday. But we did know already about the dark on Sundays and Mondays. And they did say also that there would be, I'm pretty sure when we read that, it was going to be dark on Sundays. And Mondays, they mentioned that there would be some other blackout days in there. Yeah, curious as to why. I think I saw some cast friends posting they were going to be seeing it this upcoming week. And of course, the debut is just, 4 days away, this Friday? So really excited. I don't think anyone's ever been this hyped for a Hyperion show. I'm sure people have never been this hyped for a Hyperion show.
Well, it's been a long time since we've had a new Hyperion show, and the last one was Frozen, so people had feelings about that.
We had Frozen, we had Aladdin, we had Blast. We had
right, but that was in a pre-social media age, so it was hard to gauge.
It was not in a pre-Laughing Place age, so
it was
I had my finger on the pulse of the Disneyland community with our discussion.
You weren't a hashtag influencer, so we didn't know what to feel about things.
People are excited about Riders the Musical. More excited than they've been for anything show-related that I can think of. I mean, not as spectacular, but just like a stage show. So I hope it delivers.
You know what they should? You say spectacular. Another limited time show they should do is Spectacular. They own the rights to Moulin Rouge. They could do Spectacular.
Oh.
So delighting the audience.
Do not want to see Moulin Rouge in a Disney park. Really, really, really don't.
I do.
Then don't tell me. So then I have to keep my mouth shut. Just. Not how you make Doobie's life easier. Okay, next up. Gio's even excited for a show that I can't go see. You think they'll allow videotaping, so we'll see a bunch of things on the internet?
Coming to Disney Plus for a month. I'm kidding. It hasn't been announced, but they could, in theory, if it's a limited time thing, capture it like they did Hamilton.
Do they usually allow?
And then remove it.
Do they usually allow recording in the Hyperion? Like,
it's one of those gray areas where they probably. I think as long as you don't have external lighting, they're probably cool. I mean, also maybe you should just enjoy life.
Wow. What about Gio, who won't have the opportunity to enjoy life, but would still?
Well, that's why we have people who sacrifice and go multiple times to say. But I'm saying that if you're the one of the people going, just rest assured that a blogger will capture it better than you, and you can just sit back and watch the show. And also trust that when you go on Pirates of the Caribbean, you don't need to take flash photos of every corner of it because there's photos 10,000 times better than you could ever do all over the internet and elsewhere.
Producer talk going on here. All right, let's move on. Yeah, Luke says, just no external lighting. Luke, please rank quality of recordings between cell phone, Hi 8, VHS, VHS-C, and Betamax. Let's see. Yes, and apparently we have confirmed that we will be recording the show, this upcoming performance that we have the opportunity to see, and we'll be sharing it with all of you on Laughing Place, so you will have the opportunity to watch it, as will I. Okay.
And everyone else will be recording it, so you get to watch it from a cell phone, through a cell phone, through a cell phone.
That is how it works, isn't it, Kyle?
Can I request another one? So in addition to the sequel, we just have The Realist.
Anyone that wonders what it's like to work for Laughing Place, there you go. Next up. Hey, Caitlin. No, I got worried. Did I offend Kyle? Is he going to be mad at me? No, okay, good. D23 is celebrating.
Yes, they are. Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny, and they've had a lot of exclusive pins in recent memory. These are sold separately. They just put them together because they're both coming out at the same time. But yeah, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It's kind of a cool design with the classic traveling by a map like the airplane. And then there's fun Wally one that I'm sure Tony will want with purple star background and Wally and Eve being, this is like an influencer video before influencer videos. If it was shot from like Wally's point of view, with Eve putting her arm out.
These are both, the Indie Pin is an edition of 1000, available to D23 Gold members, 8 a.m. Pacific time on June 27th. That's tomorrow. They don't say no earlier than 8 a.m. They just say 8 a.m.
Yeah, this is a Shop Disney thing. They go up at 8 a.m.
Wally, they have no issues there. It's ready. That's it. They know how to do this. The Wally pin is also 1,000, also gold members, also 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Tony has opinions. Let's see what they are. Working for LP just means that you understand the inside jokes, running gags a casual viewer doesn't understand. You guys were doing something. I think it was yesterday. I went into random and caught up, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about. Zero. And just moved on. I'm like, they'll move on. I'll move on. I'm not even going to try to figure it out. All right, we've got some construction updates over at the Grand Floridian. They are redoing their lobby, which we were aware was coming. Walls are up. It has started. Do we have concept art for what's coming here? Because considering what they've done lately...
No, they'll release the concept art once it's built and they're already like soft opens.
There's one of those jokes you were talking about. We have seen this Victoria and Albert's reimagining concept art before. Here's some guest rooms. What do you think, Kyle?
They look fine to me.
Okay, doesn't look like they've killed the vibe of the...
Oh, I'm sure somebody's mad about it. I just don't pay attention.
Actually, I like the guest rooms. I think they look good. That does not look to me like they've gone the route of the Ralph Brennan's Jazz Kitchen.
Yeah.
Which is always the fear these days. Which is, anyway, moving on. I'm not going to seagull this moment. Communicore Plaza and Communicore Hall are progressing over at Epcot in what is becoming the world's longest construction project in the history of Disney. You can see some of that here. Man,
and this is the fill-in for what it was supposed to be. Remember when we were going to get that cool like 2-story festival center?
And it's not like they're not working on it, but man, how long does it take? This thing is just going on and on and on. What, do you think they will be totally done? All the former Future World walls will be all down at Epcot, ready to go by the end of this year?
Well, depends. Because I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do around what was the play pavilion. Wouldn't it be funny if they just pivoted again? There's like, you know what? We're gonna do something totally different and turn this into the festival center.
Yep, Body Wars.
Yeah, bring back Body Wars and Making of Me.
with a new Poly Tower be done before Epcot. Wow, the 5th gate will be done before Epcot's completed. And over at the Canada Pavilion, they've got walls. We love walls. Let's show walls.
Yeah, apparently this is something that's been going on for a bit, but it's still going.
Yeah.
Canada will never be finished as long as there's...
As long as there is money in is this considered capital expenditure? I don't know how the budgets work.
I don't know if the country of Canada still subsidizes that.
All right. Let me see. Not a whole lot of news this morning.
No, it's been pretty slow on Stitch Day.
Oh, we've got treats though. We've got to show Stitch treats. We just posted that article, so let's do that. I know people take off for Stitch Day. It's such a major holiday. That's always the thing. So Stitch Day treats in the parks today. I don't know if we have anyone going out there. Nothing like Mike Celestino going to try some new eats. That's always fun. These are from the Disney Eats Instagram. Over at Disneyland, they've got a tropical fruit parfait at Galactic Grill. That's the one in the bottom left. All Star Music has a Rock and Stitch cupcake. That's
Yeah, I don't know how many of these
there.
are available all the time and how many are special for today, but they're just highlighting.
They're showing them off
from around the world.
Lana Stitch, over in Disney Springs, you can get this guy at
Of course.
How do you pronounce that?
What, Emirates?
At Emirates, thank you. Well, actually, it's the second word that was throwing me. Patisserie?
Yeah.
Patisserie.
I thought you know French.
Je parle français un poquito. And here's the freaky, ugly ear things they do sometime. I'm not a fan of this. Where is this? Is that the Polynesian? No, I'm sorry. This is at the Blueberry Lemonade Mousse Cake at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, not to be confused with Anti-Gravities. So lots of different treats. If you like food pictures, this is a great day to stay on the Instagrams and see lots of people taking lots of cute pictures of their Stitch foods. It's
And
like
these are what,
Stitch here.
Hong Kong or Shanghai?
Let's see. These are Shanghai, pineapple flavored frozen treats and purple sweet potato flavored ice cream cone. That's right, sweet potato flavored ice cream cone.
That's how you can
Spiral
tell
snacks.
that it's not here.
Sweet potato flavored ice cream. Kyle, yes or no? Sweet potato flavored ice cream.
Gotta try it once. Why not? I think I will say in Japan I've had the also purple sweet potato Kit Kats, and those were pretty good.
Okay. What's the opposite of the seagull when Kyle actually says something shockingly positive?
It is shocking. I've come to so the first time I ever had sweet potato fries, I was not a fan. I'm like, no, these taste like donuts. I don't want a donut with my burger. But we've had mashed sweet potatoes and sweet potato like wedges a couple times at home, but I still prefer regular fries and mashed potatoes. But coming around on them a little bit, they don't bother me as much.
I'll usually choose sweet potato fries when it's an option. I'm a big fan of sweet potato fries. Something different. Rich wondering, will Stitch try to TP the cruise ships today? That would be funny. I was there the day Stitch TP'd the Magic Kingdom Castle.
Not going to be funny when he clogs the toilet afterwards.
Moving on. Zacks of Life. What do you want to say about the latest Zacks of Life before we get
We returned with the arrival of the show that's on Secret Invasion on Wednesday, and so we also got to do a new draft. So I thought I would let you vote on the air since the poll is still open.
So why don't you describe what the draft was on? What you were
This draft was most memorable Marvel MCU deaths, and they didn't have to stick. So that's how we
did. Any of them?
That's some of them. That's why we have things in parentheses. To also, some people died multiple times, like Loki. This was the last Loki death that we know of.
Spoiler alert.
Yes, our guest was Becca. Really hard get on that one, and these are our selections. So I had Agent Coulson, who this was his MCU death, but then you have the MCU adjacent life. Black Widow in Endgame, Loki in Infinity War, where he says no more, or Thanos says no more resurrections, and then Charles Xavier, which you might be thinking he's not in the MCU. Oh, but he is in Multiverse of Madness. Mac took Tony Stark, admittedly a good first pick. Aunt May from Spider-Man No Way Home. Black Bolt also in Multiverse of Madness. And Thanos at the beginning of Avengers Endgame, you'll recall that Thor chops off his head. Becca took Yondu, a fan favorite. He's Mary Poppins, y'all. Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. Gamora in, I guess that would be Infinity War. And then Vision in Infinity War.
Those are some good picks in a great category. I love that category a lot. I'm going to cast my official vote here.
I would have won Benji's vote if I put Sparky like I was planning, but now I just have to.
So Benji said Kyle easy, and I got to agree because the two that immediately come to mind are Agent Coulson, which that moment in Avengers spectacular, and Black Widow.
Yeah, anytime I Scarlett Johansson, I know I'm good.
But no, her. I mean, frankly, those may be the only two deaths I remember out of all 12 of these, and both of them really stick in my mind. Black Widow sacrifices. So therefore, I'm officially casting my vote for Kyle.
Thank you. This
Who
was
was
one where
there?
going third was actually beneficial because they took two big ones, but that left back-to-back picks for me to start that second round. I think was a big advantage in this one.
Really? So what was the first pick? Because I just assumed Agent Coulson would be first. That's easily the most
Mac
memorable to
went
me.
first and took Tony Stark.
Really? Mac. Not good. I am going to put the link in the Twitter right now. I expect everyone out there who has Twitter to click that link and cast your vote right now. I'm going to
But
look.
we'll be back this Wednesday in the slot that was Marvel time. Now it's still Marvel time. It's just time for different Marvel. And we'll have another draft that I don't know what it is yet. And we'll have a different guest who I don't know who that is yet. But it'll be fun.
Okay. If you need someone, I know you guys hate to use me on your show, but
Well, we try to think of ones that Doorman could be included in. And so, there's only so many.
which is a shame. He really deserves his own MCU role by now.
I like to believe that there is currently in the MCU a Skrull who's acting as Doorman. So there's actually two Doormen.
Doorman, I believe. Doorsman.
Okay.
Doorsman.
Yes,
Doors.
sorry. Thank you.
I'm very proud of that one. Okay.
Attorneys General.
We do have a streaming guide this week.
When we're talking about the NBA, I forget what the NBA games 7 instead of game 7s. I was like,
oh wow, that's trippy.
Well, they said like ESPN and ABC. It was like we have 2 game 7s tonight, and I'm like, shouldn't it really be games 7?
Yeah,
but
you can tell it's kind of the Mendoza line. Not Mendoza, that's wrong because it's the line of that's a smart person and that's a really smart person is attorneys general. I think. Yeah. So.
I just go around saying that all the time for even on attorneys general. Like, ooh, yeah, I want to hire you. That's the benefit. I don't know if people know that. Attorneys general.
What is the plural of this? That's right. And if you say attorney general Patamai, then you're like right at the top. You're the new president of the club. What did I get this link for? Oh, yeah, we have a streaming guide this week.
They had that whole campaign about the Toyota Prius all this time. The plural is just Toyota's Prius.
Kyle's in a great mood today. I like this, Kyle.
Thank you.
It's because you saw Kansas.
But I appreciate it.
Is it because you saw Kansas over the weekend?
I went to great state of Kansas, saw some sunflowers, and made my wife happy. That's the most important part.
Oh,
I got to go see. Can I tell you how great this experience was and how lucky we were? So we got lawn tickets to go see Fall Out Boy, which is like one of her favorite bands. And so, it was kind of expensive, so we just got the lawn seats. She went in line for merchandise, and we just plopped. We just like, hey, let's just sit on the edge of the grass. Like, let's not fight to get it forward. Well, during one of the first sets, the lady in front of us turns to to my friend that I was with, and she's like, hey, I have these wristbands. I went to high school with the guy who works at the venue. He gave me these wristbands if you guys want to go into the pit. And so just by happenstance, she got way better seats, got to enjoy the concert from the front section that would have cost us way more money if we actually paid for it. And all of that was just happenstance. We also got an amazing parking spot. We didn't wait at all. The best I've ever left a concert. Just great experience all around. So.
Wow. See what happens when you do nice things for your wife? Nice things happen to you.
Yep.
So be nicer to your wife. Just kidding. Kyle is so nice to his wife. I'm totally kidding. All right. We have a streaming guide this week. We started, hey, every day, let's take a pick or two from the streaming guide, and then we didn't have one last week, but we have one this week. I just posted the link to it in the chat. Go check it out. And our pick for today, as picked by me, because I didn't ask Kyle, is Claim to Fame on ABC, coming season 2, premiering tonight at 7 Central. Kyle, you're Central, aren't you?
We are Central.
So 7 o'clock for you, 8 o'clock for most of America.
After Disney Parks Talk Live.
Oh, wow. How creepy. Check it out. Have you watched season Claim to Fame at all?
Yeah, we really enjoyed the first season. It was a lot of fun. Our ABC, now that we don't have actual cable anymore, is spotty, so we'll probably end up watching this on Hulu tomorrow. But yeah, really enjoyed the first season. I hope this season is nearly as good. And I really liked, there was some drama, but it felt like there was a lot of like mutual respect on the first season, and there was like some fun alliances and friendships and stuff. So I hope that this is the same. I hope they don't. I mean, if there's drama, there's drama, but I hope they don't push for that, because I think the way that it was last year, where there's a nice balance, really worked.
And it's hosted by Kevin Jonas and Bonus Jonas. And what is the conceit of Claim to Fame?
All of these people on the show have a famous celebrity relative. So I don't know how it'll work this season. I'm sure they'll have twists, but the way it worked last season is they start off by telling, I think, 2 truths and a lie. And the way that people made their lie, one of them went really far because they chose a really good lie and completely threw people off. But then all of the challenges and stuff they do, sometimes it's for immunity, and sometimes it's to get clues about who the other people's celebrity relatives are. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Sometimes, again, last season, some of us knew up front, like some of the talking heads they used ended up just telling you who their celebrity relative was. You kind of have more knowledge than the players in the house, and other times you were kept guessing along with them. So
that's tonight, and I think Rebecca has shown an interest in this, so I may end up watching Claim to Fame Season 2. Let's see. Oh, we've got some breaking news on Twitter just sent to us by our trusty stat boy. So let us share that right now. Cool. This is tweeted by Josh Gad. You may know him. Cool picture here from Shrunk with the text. A lot of you asking me what's going on with this film, the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids remake, I guess. Truth is, we were inches from starting, and then COVID hit. Inches from starting again, and then my schedule exploded with conflicts. Inches from starting again, and budget got the best of us. If you want it, let your local at Disney know. So, sounds like perhaps this is no longer on the front burner for the Walt Disney Company. Was this slated for Disney Plus or theatrical?
I don't think they ever told us, but the assumption was Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Right. I don't even know if it was ever officially announced either. Like, I don't remember. It was one of those things, because you read things in the trade for all these casting stuff. I don't know if it ever actually got formally announced.
I like him looking at the reply. If he gave a photo credit for the thing, and then someone asked, "I don't want it if Rick Moranis isn't in it," to which he replied, "He is." So yeah. If you want to see this come back, this
again, that was reported.
One of my son's favorite movies in that era of his life. So I think this will be a fun little reboot. I think the technology's probably improved since then on what exactly they can do for that shrinking effect. That'd be fun. And we need these little movies. We need the singles and doubles, Disney. That's why Disney Plus was invented. Don't take that away from us, Disney. You make good singles and doubles. Okay. Are you ready, Kyle?
I'm ready. Is it ready?
Benji, would you like to be a part of this? All right, come on in.
Just to show me up. I always feel so self-conscious when there's other people.
Here's Benji, the big cheese here at LP.
Somehow it went from Stat Boy to Big Cheese in like 10 minutes.
By showing your face, yeah. My boss, Kyle's boss, lots of people's boss, multiple companies, 3 different companies at least. I don't know. He's about to go around the world. He is the one and only Benji Breitbart. We are going to play This Day in Disney History.
Thank the maker for that.
On this day, a movie came out, 1952. All right, I'll give you more info. Blank, in love with Blank, enters an archery contest with his father at the King's Palace. On the way home, his father is murdered by henchmen of Blank. Blank takes up the life of an outlaw, gathering together his band of merry men with him in Sherwood Forest. Didn't blank that. To avenge his father's
it's the story of Robin Hood and his merry men. I think we can just...
It is. But what is this called? So in This Day in Disney History that I got this from, thisdayindisneyhistory.com, it was the story of Robin Hood and his merry men. But every poster I see, IMDb, it just says story of Robin Hood.
It's like, I don't know.
I just thought that was interesting. No, that's all. Okay. On this day,
war movies, right?
What, during the war, 1952?
No, like they had the money, like they couldn't take the money right after World War II. They couldn't take the money out of England, so they had to like invest it. So they made movies in England for no apparent reason, like because that's all they could do is just make movies with it.
Yeah, it was, and this was made in England, as you said, with RKO. Are they still around, RKO?
I mean, in that someone owns the trademark. Yes.
On this day in 1956, I don't believe the attraction actually changed, but it did change names. I don't know about anything else happened other than the name changed. In 1956, an original attraction at Disneyland got a new name.
By the way, RKO is mentioned in a Disney song, technically. It's in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
An original attraction at Disneyland changed its name.
The boats.
Oh, I was so hoping you would beat Benji on this. No, it is not the boats.
Is it in what? Can you give me a land?
Frontier.
Oh, the Mule Pack changed to the Rainbow Ridge Mule Pack.
You are, well, pack mules. Yes, the Mule Pack changed to the Rainbow Ridge Pack Mules, which is really funny. Thank you, Daveland Webb. If you haven't gone to davelandwebb.com, by the way, and you like Disneyland history, please go to that website. You will not regret it. Thanks for that image. All right. On this day in 1957, a Disneyland attraction debuted. And this picture of it is spectacular.
Is it real?
57?
Mm-hmm. It's real and it's spectacular, yes.
Thank you.
Is it a short-lived attraction?
You can guess, Kyle.
I know that I can. Holiday World.
Good guess, Kyle. Good guess. Not an attraction, but good guess. It is a short-lived attraction, yes.
It's a Viewliner.
Yes, it is the Viewliner, the precursor to the monorail. Look at this picture with the Autopia in the background, where if you derail, you go right into the water. How
And
cool
all
is
of
that?
It's almost like cooler than the monorail, just like gliding on the water there.
I know. That is so awesome. Bring back the Viewliner. What happened to the berm? What are those?
Yeah, what happened to those high tension power lines? What year was that?
Wow, this is the most awesome picture. People hanging out. They just jump right out of the car there. Can you see? They just stick their arms out, stick their heads out. It was a better time, let me tell you. On this day, in 1959, a beloved Disney movie, live action, was released. A wily old codger matches wits with the king of the blank and helps play matchmaker for his daughter and the strapping lad who has replaced him as caretaker.
Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Darby O'Gill and the Little
Which
People.
also means Not the Magic Land opened today in 19.
Really? Okay. Darby O'Gill and the Little People, starring Albert Sharp, Janet Monroe, and Sean Connery. Was this pre-Bond? I believe so. Yeah, okay.
Here's my dear, my darling one, whose eyes sparkle full of fun.
Keep going.
No other can match the likes of her. She is my dear, my darling one, whose eyes are sparkling full of fun. I love the ground she walks upon, my darling Irish girl.
Well done. Oh, I may have to show that. All right, on this day in 1968, this is one of those TILs, this movie exists. Another live-action movie came out. Second-rate actor Jack Albany finds himself mistaken for fiendish killer Ace Williams and forced to confront master gangster Leo Smooth. Fearing for his life, Jack must continue with the charade even when he learns he is to play a deadly role in the art theft.
When you give the synopsis, it makes it easy because then I can just name the movie.
Okay? We'll name the movie.
Kyle a chance.
I don't know.
Give Kyle. You've heard
Never
of
a
it?
dull
Kyle,
moment.
trust me, Kyle has never heard of this movie. I've
Never
heard
a
of
dull
this movie.
moment.
Yes.
Which is ironic because all this is dull moments.
Starring Dick Van Dyke, though. That's this movie's claim to fame. Dick Van Dyke starring in it.
Doing
Next up.
DVD face in that poster.
On this day, this is not one for you to guess, in 1999, Benji, were you here? Haunted Mansion 30th anniversary event.
I was.
24 years ago. We are nearly as far out from that event as we were from Haunted Mansion's opening when that event occurred. We are getting
Ouch.
there. That's the
that
one
was
with-
Cynthia Harris's coming out party, though, right?
It was awesome, yes. And the Dapper Dans dressed like the Hitchhiking Ghost. Mark Davis and company up there in the Fantasyland Theater.
And this is why I missed the premiere of Disney Channel's original movie, Smart House.
Darn.
Do not give away future This Day in Disney histories, Benji. Please. That is against the rules. This is when they came out with that cool 13 song CD of the Haunted Mansion. Back before we could get everything under the sun on YouTube, this was like the stuff, being able to get all the songs from Haunted Mansion, all the music. Really cool, including the special edition only for people who went to the event and then were they in line and then they missed stuff and all. And this is why special events were a pain in the butt. But went better than the Pirates one though, didn't it? If you recall, the Pirates event where they everyone's money.
Well, I think the Pirates event, it was like the Haunted Mansion event was like this nice like first thing, like nobody knew what to do, it was kind of happened, and then everyone was like, it's like the Disney fans figured out how to crack the code, and then Disneyland didn't realize it.
Yeah. All right. On this day in 1999 as well, a Disney Channel original movie. Kyle, I will read the synopsis for you. A young computer whiz, his widowed father, and little sister who win a computerized house that begins to take on a life of its own.
I would have actually got that one, by the way.
Okay. Then we will give you full credit for that, Kyle. Smart House. Starring, what's her name? Goodness. The star of Married with Children, Katie Sagal.
Also,
and
Ryan Merriman.
Hulu's Futurama and The Connors.
And a great role in Lost. All right, on this day in 2000...
For dating my dead husband's daughter.
Why?
After your gaffe on Friday, you really
I
want
know.
to hear what that energy?
Let's go conservative on push the edge here. All right, on this day in 2006, a major change to one of the most beloved attractions of all time opened.
2006?
2006.
No idea.
Really?
Not your imagination?
Disneyland.
Oh, so this is Disneyland?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Beloved.
When I say beloved, it may be the most beloved Disney attraction of all time.
Cool.
And yet they changed it.
Adding Jack.
You got it. Jack Sparrow was added to the Haunted Mansion. Luke got it before Benji. Luke, you are up for a promotion if we had any roles available. There you go. Jack Sparrow was added. Wow. Wow. Okay. On this day in 2009, Disney Channel original movie. Do you need any more information than that?
High School Musical.
2009. Yeah, I need more information.
Okay, I'm going to start reading this. You guys are going to get this quickly, so whoever hops in first. When the tiny country of Costa Luna in the
Princess Protection Program.
Yes, it is Princess Protection Program. Starring who, Benji?
Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
Way to read.
I hear this movie's not half bad. All right. Finally.
It was like one of the top Disney Channel movies at that point.
Yeah. And I suspect this next one we're going to talk about surpassed it, among others. On this day in 2015, another Disney Channel original movie. Do you need more info?
Zombies.
Good guess. Solid guess. Wrong. Solid guess.
Teen Beach Movie 2.
Or original?
Say that again, Kyle.
Teen Beach Movie 2.
Yeah. Yesterday I learned it's not called Teen Beach Movie 2. It's just called Teen Beach 2. But yes, you are right. I don't know why they dropped the movie, but there it is.
I would have never gotten that. I would never have been able to tell you it was just called Teen Beach 2.
I assumed it was a typo, and then I went looking. Nope, it was called Teen Beach 2. All right, I believe we got a little bit of a drop while we were doing that. Let me see what this is from R, who I think I know who R is. It's on the gram. Oh, I like this one. Oh my goodness. I don't like when I like a Roosevelt. Sorry, trying to get a better version of the picture, and I'm not getting it, so we'll settle for this one. Roosevelt, Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah. So at least this one, we don't know if there's more, but this is set for, it drops at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, 2 Mountain, 1 Pacific. So, sorry, 4 Eastern. Yeah. Central.
4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
Went through the whole thing.
I like the color. I'm not sure I love the print, but I like the print. I love the colors. That's a true Hawaiian shirt. All right. Anything else pop up while we were doing that? Oh, I wanted to show this. If I can I copy and paste from here? I cannot. All right, let me talk for a moment, guys.
You know what you can right click and save as, right? I learned something from Doobie this weekend. It was very exciting. I asked him for a new feature. He's like, you could just do this. I'm like, great point. I'm not seeing anything new except apparently Lance Bass and Joey Fatone were going to be on or were on How I Met Your Father.
I'm going to show this. So today being 626 Day, back on November 16th, Stitch's Great Escape opened at Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom. I'm not sure if this is one of the more proudest attractions, but it did open. We were there for that grand opening. Just show you what it was like going to the Magic Kingdom that day. You can see Stitch at the entrance, and you don't need an entrance sign when you can just say opens today. You know, this is that, if you remember the marketing for Stitch, he kind of poo-pooed over existing stuff, like the trailers and stuff. You remember those interstitials? He was the original sequel. Yeah, and this is what they did to the castle. If you don't recall this, some people complained about the birthday castle. Those people never got to see the castle as toilet paper, which was funny for one day, but there are probably at least a couple thousand people for whom this was their only day ever going to the Magic Kingdom in their entire life, and this is what they got. But
there was a conference room backstage at the Magic Kingdom where like the decor was different, showing different versions of the castle. So it had like the regular castle, it had the birthday cake castle, the 50th anniversary castle, and then this.
So the conceit was, okay, that word is now in
the toilet paper job was just as good as the attraction itself.
The conceit was Stitch was loose in the park.
Is this guy ready to beat somebody?
These are police officers looking for Stitch in the park. This is
that's a pretty good live action of the dude from the movie.
Yeah, Cobra Bubbles. So, trying to see. I haven't looked at this in so long. They did the castle show. This was the grand opening, as I recall. The grand opening was in front of the castle, and you can see that going on here. Oh man, I'm trying. This is all come flooding back to me. Rebecca just found this link. This is Stitch on the castle playing with the TP, which I'm guessing is not really paper, or it probably would not have lasted very long. Anyway, you have the link in the chat. I invite you to check that out. And back in the day where Disney got a little bit crazy with their attraction openings, yes, you can't have Stitch without Elvis. Check that out. A bunch of Elvises. How fun.
What's the plural of Elvis?
What's the what?
Plural of Elvis.
Elvis. No. Eva Padamai.
Elvis's Presley.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. All right. Sorry, you guys can talk. I'm just going to finish these more fun pictures. Oh, I found one. Never mind. Stop talking.
That's such a doobie move.
I know.
At least you said stop talking this time. Normally, it's like, okay, I got it. Fill 30 seconds. Oh, wait, 30 minutes.
Here's a bunch of kids who were recruited to put on Stitch hats and go do the attraction first. I believe they came out terrified. Got the Elvises there.
Wasn't it? It was like a group of kids. Like there was a.
Sure, it was Boys Club or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Let's see if I see it. No, I don't know.
There's been a lot of Disney attractions over the years that I felt sad that I never got to experience.
Go back to that picture of the trash can. This is before. This is so old. This is before they removed the push from the trash cans.
What did you say, Kyle?
Nothing.
Stitch giving TV interviews. There's who was that again? Oh, I like our caption here. We weren't sure exactly who this was, but he was doing interviews as well. Any idea who this is? Is this Yandu?
I don't know what that is.
Away.
You still don't know who that is. All right. Stitch wanted posters throughout the park on the trash can. All this for Stitch's Great Escape. I think we're done here. What time is it? 9:55. We're going to stretch 5 more minutes.
Disney adjacent news. High School the Musical, the series star Olivia Rodrigo has announced that her sophomore album Guts is coming in September. John Goodman gave an interview and apparently said something about the Connors coming to an end. So we'll see what that means.
Have you seen this? What is
So it makes it seem like the next season will probably be the last one, which makes sense. but yeah, still one of the most popular shows on ABC, especially for something that was like really thrown together at the last minute. So we'll see about that. I'm sure we'll have more news as the season gets underway.
Speed round. We should have a speed round. Benji, since you're here, let me ask you. What is interesting you in the world of Disney business these days?
I'm curious. There seems to be a lot of shakeup, like at ESPN, and like they're waiting for a shoe to drop to really kind of unveil the new sort of programming. So I'm curious to see as they continue to lose cable subscribers, how they sort of streamline in order to save money. Because even if they go direct to consumer, it's going to need to be a cheaper thing, and the sports rights are kind of a locked-in cost. So everything you do is sort of around the margin. So it's like, are they going to be willing to give? Who are they willing to not sign in terms of talent, or even reducing their programming load? It'll be interesting to see. That's what I know. It's not the sexiest answer, but it's to me.
It's interesting.
So you're expecting Max Kellerman's big move?
I'm expecting Max Kellerman to have a big move to like Fox.
I think you were making a joke there, right, Kyle?
Yeah, Max Keeble's big move.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got it. I hope Mike Greenberg's showing up. I can't imagine ESPN without Mike Greenberg.
Yeah, it'll be interesting too, because much like the programming, they can buy out the contracts of the talent. So even if they just signed, they can pay them, and then they can take the write down now, so that everything's squared out for the future. So
seems to be big on those write downs right now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what that big number ends up being. Like, what's the actual write down number? I mean, we lost. We're losing the CFO, so sort of that guidance could change. The confidence you have in her vision is.
I often wonder what exactly a CFO does. Is that kind of in their wheelhouse there?
Yeah, I mean,
finances. Yeah.
Oh, but shut up, Kyle. Answer my question, Benji.
No, I mean, there's always a budget, right? And so you got to make sure, it's working with the business units to come up with that budget, making sure you try and hit numbers. And when you can't hit the numbers you expect, make sure you can justify it. I mean, one of the big things is like the college football playoff. Sometimes it's in 2023, it's on December 31st, and sometimes it's on January 2nd. And that's a big change because that depends on what, quarter it's in. And
that's annoying.
So you got to be prepared for that and set people up. It's a lot of managing expectations.
So Disney is clearly the theme park leader in Central Florida, but they are the theme park social media trailer in Central Florida. One of the leaders is Orlando International Airport, which tweeted, "When the ride doors open and you see this, you know your family." And this is like looking out of the airport tram, monorail thingy, and Fast and the Furious. That is awesome. Run Disney had a tweet this morning calling all Run Disney Ohana its 626 day. Like Stitch, we are stirring up a little mischief and celebrating with the reveal of the challenge theme from the 2024 Run Disney Springtime Surprise Weekend. Let's see what that theme is.
Gee, I wonder.
Why do you do this, Kyle? It's the Stitch Ohana Challenge, 19.3 miles. Stay tuned to RunDisney.com.
Now, why is it 19.3 miles?
Because it's a 10K and a 13.1 half marathon.
Okay, I believe it is now 10 o'clock. Anything come? We wait till 10. That's when the stuff drops. The automatic tweets from Disney right on the 10 o'clock hour. Let's check. Speedstorm.
Stitch's joy. Yeah, wow. I'm so excited.
Stitches.
Stitch joins the race in season 3. Stitch coming through. Disney Games. Speedstorm.
Did we talk about Comic-Con? I know this is not dropping now, but
No, go ahead.
so with obviously the writer strike and then a possible actor strike, there's a lot of studios are not participating in Comic-Con, including Marvel, and Lucasfilm, basically all the big Disney divisions. So Marvel will still be there, Disney will still be there, in a lesser capacity, but it's it's kind of it's going to be a down year for them, and it's not just Disney too. So, it's making you realize that sort of that funnel of Disney of entertainment news maybe kind of drying up. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but the Haunted Mansion cast members were doing promotion over at
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion this weekend, dressed up as costumes. And
Right.
the reason is because they have to do all that stuff before July 1st because they could be on strike.
That's crazy. Let's see. Meet your Disney sleepover pals. Share this tab.
Wait, Doobie.
Yes.
Don't think you introduced this correctly.
Oh my goodness.
We have new character posters. Last week we watched the trailer for The Slumber Party coming to Disney Channel, described as the children's version of The Hangover, where they get hypnotized instead of drinking and taking illicit drugs. So we have character posters here. We have Megan. Next we have Paige.
I thought I said Rage.
That's Veronica, and then there's two more in the next tweet.
There are.
Right there.
Did it?
Yep, right there. You're
Oh,
hovering
sorry.
over your skin.
Sorry.
That's Anna Marie. She is the one that they are looking for in the trailer. She somehow disappears during their wild hypnotized evening. And then finally we have Jake. Yeah.
Jake
For
looks
Anna
very
Marie, did you
hypnotized.
She flew off the roof of Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Cut Disney Cruise Line joke for you there.
Nope.
You not seen Disney Dreams, an enchanting classic?
Not enough to get that one.
Okay.
Stay here. I have a question for you, Ben. Are you old enough in your Disney World time to remember these?
Yes. I mean, as a guess, I didn't work these, but yes.
You never worked these?
No.
You insert your ticket in the ketchup, you push your finger into the mustard, and get the relish.
Yeah, and in fact, I remember before they had like the color coding and no one knew what to do.
I like you. Just put your finger with. No, you say it was easy. I say it was easy. It was not easy. Put it a little further, shift to the left a little, push harder, hold it. Okay, you're good.
Yeah, this is before they didn't want to take your fingerprint because they didn't want to have like that concern, so they measured the distance between your fingers, and then.
But everyone thought they were taking your fingerprints anyway, and still
Right.
complained that Disney's taking my fingerprints. Yeah, Gio, not missing those. Okay, I think we are actually done now. We have Parks Talk coming up at 4 p.m. Pacific today. Rebecca will be back. She's missed a couple weeks, but she'll be back. She's a big Stitch fan. She was also at Stitch's Great Escape opening, so I'm sure we'll be talking more Stitch on Stitch Day, as well as all the other Rogers
She
news.
actually commonly says she's not that big of a Stitch fan, but then takes out her collection of Stitch stuff. Just takes up like an entire one.
So the thing is, I'm not sure how big a Stitch fan she is now, but when that movie came out, I've never seen her before or since as excited about a Disney movie as she was leading up to Lilo and Stitch. So, okay, so we'll be back then. We'll have Jeremiah, of course, and Mike Celestino with whatever's going on in the world of Disneyland and SoCal theme parks. So please join us at 4 p.m. Pacific. Otherwise, Kyle and I will be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to do this again. Bye, everybody. Dang it, Doobie. Get the video ready.
Starting off the week.